there is a terrifying idea hidden inside Prisoners. Most people see it as a crime thriller, a story about missing children, a desperate father, a race against time. But beneath the mystery lies something much older, a story that has haunted humanity for thousands of years. The story of Job. Like Job, Keller Dover begins as a man who believes the world makes sense. He is prepared, disciplined, religious, a father who believes that if you do the right things, you can protect the people you love. Then, in a single afternoon, everything is taken from him. His daughter disappears, and suddenly, all of his certainty disappears with her. This is where Prisoners begins to resemble the book of Job. In the biblical story, Job loses everything: his family, his wealth, his future, and throughout his suffering, he asks the same question that has echoed through history. Why? Why do innocent people suffer? Why does evil exist? And perhaps most importantly, where is God? Prisoners asks the same question. But unlike most stories, it refuses to give us an answer. Keller prays. He waits. He searches. But heaven remains silent. No miracle arrives. No divine voice explains the suffering. Only silence. And that silence slowly begins to destroy him. This is what makes Prisoners so disturbing. The real villain is not the kidnapper. The real villain is despair. Because despair changes people, turns faith into anger, hope into obsession, love into violence. As the days pass, Keller becomes consumed by one idea. He must find his daughter, no matter the cost, no matter the consequences. And eventually, he crosses a line he once believed he never would. He imprisons a suspect. He tortures him. He abandons the moral principles that once defined him. And this is where Prisoners becomes darker than the story of Job. Job suffers, but he endures. Keller suffers, and he breaks. The title Prisoners suddenly takes on a different meaning. The kidnapped children are prisoners, but so is Keller. He becomes imprisoned by grief, by fear, by rage. Every terrible decision tightens the walls around him, until he can no longer see anything beyond his suffering. What makes this even more unsettling is that the film implicates us. As viewers, we understand Keller. Some of us even agree with him. The movie places us inside the same prison. It forces us to ask a question we don't want to answer. If the person you loved most vanished tomorrow, how long would your morality survive? How long before desperation became justification? How long before you crossed the same line? And that is the true horror of Prisoners. Not the kidnapping, not the mystery, not even the violence. The horror is discovering how fragile our principles become when life takes away the thing we love most. The book of Job asks whether faith can survive suffering. Prisoners asks a darker question: can morality survive it? And its answer is not comforting, because Keller Dover doesn't lose himself in a moment of evil. He loses himself one desperate decision at a time. The dark truth about Prisoners is that it isn't a story about finding a missing child. It's a story about a man being tested, a man searching for answers in a world that refuses to provide them. And unlike Job, the test breaks him,